Hey YouTube, it's Demi. I'm here with a tutorial on how I installed this lace front unit that I made. This hair comes from her hair company. I have in a 22-inch, a 20-inch, a 18-inch, and a 16-inch frontal. I was also sent a 16-inch bundle of hair, but I wasn't able to fit all 4 bundles onto the wig cap, so I only have installed 3 bundles. So that's just a tip. If you're buying this hair, 3 bundles and a frontal is more than enough. You will not be able to fit 4 bundles of hair onto the cap. Like, you just can't. But I love this hair. This hair is amazing. I've had this hair since July of 2017. So it's been almost a year, about 8 months now, and I have no complaints about this hair. I've never had any complaints about this hair. This hair is beautiful. It curls beautiful. It's not a lot of tangling. It's not a lot of shedding. This hair is just completely perfect. If you are looking for good quality hair at an affordable price that is going to last you a long time, her hair company is definitely the company to go with. In this video, you'll see that I applied my frontal using bold hold lace tape. And I really love bold hold lace tape. Like, I feel like it just melts the lace into your scalp. I definitely like it better than the Got to Be Glued gel. I do use the Got to Be Glued, but only if I'm out of bold hold. Bold hold just lasts a lot longer. It's less messy. Like, I just like it so much better than the Got to Be Glued. But this hair is just completely wonderful. There are absolutely no complaints. If you guys want, I can record a video showing how I made this unit, and I just have it freshly washed and straightened. I didn't do a lot of styling to it today. If you guys want a styling video to see how I kind of style my frontals and put my frontals up in a different style, then just leave a comment down below. But I just really wanted to come talk about this hair because it's completely amazing, and it's like, I've never had hair better than this before. Like, any AliExpress company you go to, this is better. This is definitely better. It's definitely worth your money. It's worth it. So if you guys want to see how I applied this unit and how I installed it, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so right here I'm just adding Got to Be Glued hairspray all over the cap on my hairline, just so that I can secure the cap so it doesn't move. You want to make sure that you really spray your sides down to make sure that it sticks, because it's hard to stick the sides down with just the hairspray. So just spray that all over and then blow dry the cap until it's completely dry. You don't want any wet spots, because once you cut this, if the cap is still wet, it'll lift up and it won't stick down. So just keep drying it until it's completely dry. Okay, so right here I'm spraying more Got to Be Glued just to make sure it's secure, and just keep blow drying it until it's completely dry. Now I am going to cut the remainder of the cap off back to where it's gelled down at, and you just cut it all across the front and then cut around your ears, but make sure you leave your sides down and that you don't cut too far above your ear. Right here, I'm just trimming off the excess of the cap, making sure that I get it as close to my skin as possible and that I get as much cap that is lifted as possible. So right here, I'm just adding a little bit of powder foundation to the cap just so that it can blend into my scalp and the front so that you won't see the line of demarcation between the cap and my skin. So right here, I'm just hairspraying the foundation that I put onto the cap, just so it stays in place and doesn't rub off while I'm wearing my unit. Now I am going to put my unit on my head and just make sure that it's centered and that I have it the way I like it before I start to apply the tape. So you just want to get your wig in line, make sure it's lined up exactly where you want it, make sure it's not too far in the front of your head, and just make sure that your sides meet your ears and everything is in place. Yeah, and I just pinned the hair back in the front just to get it out of my way so that it's not in the glue when I'm gluing it down. So here I'm just going to take some 91% rubbing alcohol and put that on a cotton pad and just clean my skin in front of the cap just so I get all the grease and debris off of my forehead so that my tape will stick as good as possible. So just clean it, keep wiping, make sure you get it real clean. And so next I'm going to take the Bold Hold cream and I'm just going to apply a thin layer of the cream across my head. You want to make sure that it's a thin layer and not a really thick layer. This should dry on your head pretty quickly, and don't move on until the next step until it's completely dry. No white spots, no nothing. It has to be completely clear. So just do that to both sides. And now I'm going to take my tape and I'm only going to apply the tape on the center of my forehead and on the sides of my head above my ear, because that's where I want it to stick the most. If you want to, you can apply tape all across your forehead, but I only apply it to those 3 spots. So you just want to cut it to the size that you want. It doesn't have to be a specific size. Any size that you like the tape to be, you can cut it to that size. It's a pretty big piece of tape, so you have the freedom to do whatever you like with it. I'm cutting mine into 3. I'm using the Bold Hold lace tape. So I've just applied it to the middle, and now I'm going to apply it to both sides of my head. And I'll link all the products that I'm using in the description box below so you guys can order them. So just press it in really good. I'm using tweezers to press in the tape. You want to make sure that it's really pressed in. And now I'm just going to remove the back of the tape with some tweezers. You don't have to use tweezers. If you want to use your fingers, you can. It was just easier for me to use tweezers instead of my fingers. So now I'm adding a second layer of the Bold Hold lace cream, and you just want to do the same thing. Apply it right over the tape that you just applied and just spread out a thin, clean layer and wait for it to completely dry before moving on to the next step. And I do this just to make sure it's secure. On the package it says you can apply up to 5 layers. I don't feel like I need 5. I feel like 2 works for me, but whatever, works for you guys. Now I'm just going to apply the lace on top of the glue. And I'm using a rat tail comb to set the lace into the glue. I didn't really want to use my fingers just to avoid any extra oils getting into my glue or anything. So just start with the center and then apply both of your sides. Make sure that everything is straight and fitting down and that you have no lifted areas, that everything is completely covered in the glue. Now I'm just brushing my hair back, getting it all out of the way so that I can tie my lace down to make sure it's secure. Make sure you leave the corners out so they can dry, so that your sides don't lift before your glue is actually able to dry. Now I'm just hitting my hair with the blow dryer on the cool setting just to kind of set the glue. You can just do this for a couple of seconds. It doesn't have to be very long. And so now I'm just gonna tie my lace down. I'm tying mine down overnight. If you're doing this during the day, then you can tie it down for about at least 45 minutes to an hour, but I'm gonna leave mine tied down overnight. So now it is the next day, my hair is dry. I'm just gonna add a little bit of argan oil to the hair just to give it a little moisture and a little nourishment so it doesn't look dry once I flat iron it. And now I'm just gonna go through and flat iron the hair section by section. This hair is really easy to flat iron, so I was able to do each section in about 2 passes. And you just want to keep flat ironing and keep going through it until you get it as straight as you want it to be. So I'm halfway through. Here's kind of starting to see what it looks like, how straight the hair is, how easy the hair is to straighten. And now I'm just gonna brush it out and do the last little finishing touches on the flat iron and just find any piece that I feel like isn't as straight as I want it to be and just go over it again. Okay, and this is the finished look. This is the hair after I've completely straightened it and it's all ready to go. The hair is just so beautiful. All right, guys, so that was me installing the frontal and how I put the frontal on. If you guys want a detailed video on how I make my frontals, then don't forget to just leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel in case you want to see other videos similar to this. I think my channel will be, you know, mostly hair installs and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see more videos, subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Leave all your comments down below. I will answer them. Thank you guys for watching.